Welcome to Coffee Commerce. My name is Sean Mamet and I'm the grandson of a coffee farmer from Guyana, South America. On Coffee Commerce, we talk about the stories behind coffee as they relate to ideas, society, and business. And we've been talking about coffee and coffee houses in the Ottoman and the European empires. But around the time of these uprisings and bans on coffee in Europe, coffee plays a role in the revolution across the pond. In America, no doubt. America was being shaped by those leaving Europe in search of a better life, and the New World was seen as a great opportunity to do just that. Life was difficult, but still seemed as a better option than staying in Europe. As America started to develop and grow, we see similarities between Europe and the New World. This includes tea, which was becoming an important commodity in Europe and in America. For this, we go to Boston in New England. We are not certain when the first coffee arrives in America. We can assume that it came as part of a supply from European settlers between 1660 and 1670. They're wanting to bring some of the old world to the new world with them. Could have even been introduced by British officers who had also wanted to bring some of Britain to America or to New England. Unlike the coffee houses of Europe and Britain, the history of coffee in colonial America is tied to inns and taverns, which would have resembled colonial public houses. But these would serve ale, tea, and coffee. Coffee would not attain the vogue among the New Englanders that it did among the Londoners of the late 16th and 1700s. At first, anyway. Most of the coffee and coffee houses were established in and around Boston, which was the social center of New England. There was coffee served elsewhere in Plymouth, Salem, Chelsea, and Providence in taverns, but coffee was not as well known or popular as it was in Boston. At the top of this network of coffee houses or taverns, there was the Green Dragon. It was the heart of the town business center from 1697 to 1832 on Union Street. Patrons of the Green Dragon included redcoat British soldiers, colonial governors, bewigged crown officers, earls, dukes, and citizens of high esteem. It is also the stomping grounds for the conspirators of the Boston Tea Party, patriots and generals of the Revolution. In the words of Daniel Webster, this famous coffee house tavern was the headquarters of the Revolution for housing many meetings of the Sons of Liberty leading up to and during the Revolutionary War, oftentimes with a cup of coffee. This included Samuel Adams, Dr. Joseph Warren, Paul Revere, and other founding fathers of America who met in secret at the Green Dragon Tavern to discuss ideas and events of their day and organize calls to action. It is from these meetings of the famous Sons of Liberty that we get the most famous Tea Party in history. On December 16, 1773, we get the Boston Tea Party. These secret meetings of the Sons of Liberty at the Green Dragon also led to the departure of Paul Revere on April 18, 1775 from the Green Dragon on his famous midnight ride to Lexington and Concord to warn patriots that the British are coming. Boston would not be the only location to where coffee houses would play a key role in the Revolution. Over in New York, Merchant's Coffee House was known for a gathering of patriots and patrons eager to break free from King George III. In the 1780s, Merchant's Coffee House became the site where merchants organized to create both the Bank of New York and to reorganize the New York Chamber of Commerce. Back in Britain, Benjamin Franklin wrote his Open Letter to Lord North, which was a satire on the king's power over the colonies, or lack thereof. He did this from the Smyrna Coffee House in London. It would be coffee that would be seen as the patriot drink in the colonies after the Boston Tea Party, when drinking tea fell out of fashion and was seen as something that was very British. The success of the American Revolution that followed the Boston Tea Party will spark something in the French once again at a coffee house. But that's another story for another cup of coffee. Thank you.